Jinx.
Okay, we're live on
Okay.
YouTube.
So go live.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Om Jnanatirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmritanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauda Twise Namaha. So we are continuing this morning with our hearing of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are in chapter 16 of the Madhya Lila, the Lord's attempt to go to Vrindavan. Gorodhyanam Gaur Mega Sinchan Salokanamritai Bhavagni Dagda Janata Viruddha Samajivayat. By the nectar of his personal glance, the cloud known as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu poured water upon the garden of Gauda Desh and revived the people who were like creepers and plants burning in the forest fire of material existence. By the nectar of his personal glance, the cloud known as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu poured water upon the garden of Gauda Desh and revived the people who were like creepers and plants burning in the forest fire of material existence. Jaya Jaya Gaur Chandra, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Prabhu Hoilo Icha, Jaite Vrindavan, Shunya Prataparuja, Hoila Viman. Mahaprabhu decided to go to Vrindavan, and Maharaj Prataparuja became very morose upon hearing this news. Sarvabhauma Ramananda Ani Dui Jan, Duhake Kohen Raja Vinoy Vachan. The king therefore called for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Rai, and he spoke the following submissive words to them. Niladri Chari Prabhur Mananyacha Jaite, Tomara Koroho Jatna Tahade Rakite. Prataparuja Maharaj said, please endeavor to keep Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here at Jagannath Puri, for now he is thinking of going elsewhere. Tahavine Raja More Nahi Bhai, Gosai Rakite Koroho Nana Upai. Without Mahaprabhu, this kingdom is not pleasing to me. Therefore, please try to devise some plan to enable the Lord to stay here. Ramananda Sarvabhauma Dui Janastane, Tobe Jukti Kore Prabhu Jabo Vrindavane. After this, Mahaprabhu himself consulted Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, saying, I shall go to Vrindavan. Duhe kohe ratayacha korodarashan, karti kaile tobe koriho gaman. Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested the Lord to first observe the Ratha-yatra festival. Then when the month of Kartik arrived, he could go to Vrindavan. Kartikaile kohe ebe mahashita, dol yatra deki jao e balonita. However, when the month of Kartik came, they both told the Lord, now it is very cold. It is better that you wait to see the Dol Yatra festival and then go. That will be very nice. So they're postponing. They're trying to postpone this. Okay, now the Rath Yatra is coming. First observe. Oh, now the Dol Yatra festival. So, oh, now Kartik is coming. You have to wait for that, then you can go. Ajikali kori utai vivida upai, jaite samati nadeya vichede raboy. In this way, they both presented many impediments, indirectly not granting the Lord permission to go to Vrindavan. They did this because they were afraid of separation from him. Jajapi swatancha prabhu nahe nivaran, Bhakta icha vina prabhu na kore gaman. Although the Lord is completely independent and no one can check him, he still did not go without the permission of his devotees. Chitya vatsare sab gode bhakta gan, nila chole cholite sabar hoe loman. Then for the 3rd year, all the devotees of Bengal wanted to return again to Jagannath Puri. Sobe meli gela dvaita acharya rapashe, prabhu dekite acharya cholila hulase. All the Bengali devotees gathered around Advaita Acharya, and in great jubilation, the Acharya departed for Jagannath Puri to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yajapi Prabhuragya Godete Rahite Nityananda Prabhuke Prema Bhakti Prakashite Tatapi Cholila Mahaprabhude Dekite Nityananda Prema Cheshta Kepare Bhujite. Although the Lord told Nityananda Prabhu to stay in Bengal and spread ecstatic love of God, Nityananda left to go see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who can understand Nityananda Prabhu's ecstatic love? Acharya Ratna Vidyanidhi Shivasramai Vasudev Murari Govindari Tinbai Raga Pandit Nija Jale Sajaya Kulin Gram Hosi Chole Patado Loya. All the devotees of Navadvip departed, including Acharya Ratna, Vidyanidhi, Shivas, Ramai, Vasudev, Murari, Govinda, and his 2 brothers, and Raghav Pandit, who took bags of assorted foods. The inhabitants of Kulina Gram, carrying silken ropes, also departed. Kandavasi Narahadi Shiragunandan Sarvabhakta Choletar Kekore Ganan. Narahari and Sri Raghunandam, who were from the village of Kanda, and many other devotees also departed. Who can count them? Shivananda Sen Kore Gati Samadhan Sabare Palana Kori Sukeloya Jan. Shivananda Sen, who is in charge of the party, made arrangements to clear the tax collecting centers. He took care of all the devotees and happily traveled with them. Sabar Sarva Karja Koden Denovasastan Shivananda Jane Udiya Patera Sandan. Shivananda Sen took care of all the necessities the devotees required. In particular, he made arrangements for residential quarters, and he knew the roads of Orissa. Sevatsar Prabhu Dekite Sabta Korani Cholila Charja Sange Achuta Janani. That year, all the devotees' wives, Thakuranis, also went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sita Devi, the mother of Achyutananda, went with Advaita Acharya. Because normally the ladies, they wouldn't go, they would stay. So this is very special. They're all going. Shivas Pandit Sange Cholila Malini Shivananda Sange Chole Tahar Grihini. Shivas Pandit also took his wife Malini, and the wife of Shivananda Sen also went with her husband. Shivananda Balak Nam Chaitanya Das Teho Choli Ache Prabode Dekite Hulas. Chaitanya Das, the son of Shivananda Sen, also jubilantly accompanied them as they went to see the Lord. Acharya Ratna Sange Chole Tahar Grihini Tahar Preme Kata Kohite Najani. The wife of Chandrasekhar, Acharya Ratna, also went. I cannot describe the greatness of Chandrasekhar's love for the Lord. Sab Thakurani Maha Prabhu ke Bhikkadite Prabharnana Priya Dravya Nilogor Hoite. To offer Mahaprabhu various types of food, all the wives of the great devotees brought from home various dishes that pleased Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shivananda Sen Kore Sab Samadan Gatiyala Prabodhi Deno Sabadeva Sastan. As stated, Shivananda Sen made all arrangements for the party's necessities. In particular, he pacified the men in charge of levying taxes and found resting places for everyone. Pakshadiya Koden Sabar Sarvatra Palane Paramanande Jan Prabhupada Darshane. Shivananda Sen also supplied food to all the devotees and took care of them along the way. This is what we were discussing yesterday. Those who have some wealth, it should be used in the service of the devotees. So Shivananda Sen, he is a very nice example of a Vaishnava who has some wealth and they're not keeping it for themselves, but they are using it for the service of Guru and Gauranga. Otherwise, what is the use? What is the purpose of having it? It is the only way. When they all arrived at Ramuna, they went to see Lord Gopinath. In the temple there, Advaita Acharya danced and chanted. Nityananda parichoy sab sevak sane, bahut samana hasi koilo sevakane. All the priests of the temple had been previously acquainted with Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, they all came to offer great respects to the Lord. Se rache sab mahanta tahai rahila, bakir haniyage sevak dorila. That night, all the great devotees remained in the temple, and the priests brought 12 pots of condensed milk, which they placed before Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Kir bhakti sabare dilo Prabhu Nityananda, kir prasad bhaya sabar bodhila ananda. When the condensed milk was placed before Nityananda Prabhu, he distributed the prasadam to everyone, and thus everyone's transcendental bliss increased. Madhapurir kata gopal stapan, tahade gopal jaiche magilo chandan. They then all discussed the story of Sri Madhavendra Puri's installation of the Gopal deity, and they discussed how Gopal begged sandalwood from him. So we heard that pastime at the beginning of the Madhya Lila. I think you were here. I don't know if you remember. The Madhavendra Puri Lila, where the deity stole one pot of kheer from Madhavendra Puri.
I'm not sure if we were here. I definitely had this.
It was Gopinath who stole condensed milk for the sake of Madhavendra Puri. This incident had been previously related by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Sekata sabar maje kohe nityananda, shuniya Vaishnav mone borilo ananda. This same narration was again related by Lord Nityananda to all the devotees, and their transcendental bliss increased as they heard the story again. Himata chole chole kata kahailo, takshi gopa deki sobe sedin rohila. Walking and walking in this way, the devotees arrived at the city of Katak, where they remained for a day and saw the temple of Sakshi Gopal. Sakshi Gopale kata kohe nityananda, shuniya Vaishnav mone bodhilo ananda. When Nityananda Prabhu described all the activities of Sakshi Gopal, transcendental bliss increased in the minds of all the Vaishnavas. Prabhu ke milite sabha utkanta antare, shigra kodi haila sobe shinila chole. Everyone in the party was very anxious at heart to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Therefore they hastily went on to Jagannath Puri. Ataranalake aila gosai shuniya, duimala pataila govinda hate diya. When they all arrived at a bridge called a Taranala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hearing the news of their arrival, sent 2 garlands with Govinda. Dui mala Govinda, dui jane parailo, advaita vadut gosai, bodosu kapailo. Govinda offered the 2 garlands to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu, and they both became very happy. Tahai aramba koilo Krishna sankirtan, nachite choli aila dui jan. Indeed, they began chanting the holy name of Krishna on that very spot. And in this way, dancing, Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu reached Jagannath Puri. Punamala dia sarupadini jagan, agubadi patailo shachir nandan. Then for the 2nd time, Mahaprabhu sent garlands through Swarup Damodar and other personal associates. Thus they went forward, sent by Shri Shachinandan. Narendra siyataha sabare milila, Mahaprabhu datamala sabare paraila. When the devotees from Bengal reached Lake Narendra, Swarup Damodar and the others met them and offered them the garlands given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simhadwani kate aila shuni gaura dai, apane asiya Prabhu milila sabai. When the devotees finally reached the Lion Gate, Mahaprabhu heard the news and personally went to meet them. Sabaloya koilo Jagannath darashan, Sabaloya haila puna apana bhavan. Then Mahaprabhu and all his devotees visited Lord Jagannath. Finally, accompanied by them all, he returned to his own residence. Vaninad Kashi Mishra Prasada Nilo, Sahaste Sabade Prabhu Prasad Gaujailo. Vaninath Rai and Kashi Mishra then brought a large quantity of prasadam, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed it with his own hand and fed them all. Purvavat jar jeva sastan, tahasaba pataya kodailo vishram. In the previous year, everyone had their own particular residence, and the same residences were again offered. Thus they all went to take rest. Emata Vaktagan Rohila Chadimash Prabhar Sahita Kode Kirtan Vilas. For 4 continuous months, all the devotees remained there and enjoyed pastimes of kirtan with the Lord. Purvavat Dattayacha Kalojabe Hailo Sabaloya Gundicha Mandya Prakshalila. As in the previous year, they all washed the Gundicha temple when the time for Ratyacha arrived. Kulingrami Patta Dori Jagannate Dilo Purvavata Ratagre Nartan Korilo. The inhabitants of Kulinagram delivered silken robes to Lord Jagannath, and as previously they all danced before the Lord's car. Bahunitya Koripuna Cholilo Jyane Vapitire Tahajai Korilo Vishrame. After dancing a great deal, they all went to a nearby garden and took rest beside a lake. Tadiyek Viprateho Nityananda Das, Mahabhagyavanteho Nam Krishna Das. A Brahmin named Krishna Das, who was a resident of Rar Desh and a servant of Lord Nityananda's, was a very fortunate person. Gatta Bodhi Prabhuteho Abhisheka Koilo, Tar Abhisheke Prabhu Mahatripta Hoilo. It was Krishna Das who filled a great water pot and poured it over the Lord while he was taking his bath. The Lord was greatly satisfied by this. Valagandi Bhoge Bahu Prasada Hailo, Sabasange Mahaprabhu Prasada Kailo, the remnants of food offered to the Lord at Balagandi, then arrived in great quantity, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees ate it. Purvavat Ratayacha Koilodadashan Hera Panchami Jacha Deke Loya Bhaktagan. As in the previous year, the Lord, with all the devotees, saw the Rathayatra festival and the Hera Panchami festival as well. Acharya Gosai Prabhu Koilo Nimantran Tarmaje Koilo Jaiche Jaravadishan. Advaita Acharya then extended an invitation to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there was a great rainstorm connected with that incident. Vistadivani Achen Dasa Vrindavan Shivas Prabode Tobe Koiloni Mantran. All these episodes have been elaborately described by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Then one day, Srivas Thakur extended an invitation to the Lord. Prabhu Priya Bhyanjan Sab Randen Malini Bhakte Dasi Abhiman Snehete Jarani. The Lord's favorite vegetables were cooked by Malini Devi, the wife of Srivas Thakur. She devotedly considered herself a maidservant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but in affection she was just like a mother. Acharya Ratnadi Jata Mukhya Bhaktagan Maje Maje Prabode Koreni Mantran. All the chief devotees, headed by Chandrasekhar, Acharya Ratna, used to extend invitations to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu periodically. Chaturmasyante Puna Nityananda Loya Hiba Jukti Kore Nitya Nibrite Bhosiya. At the end of the 4-month Chaturmasya period, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again consulted with Nityananda Prabhu daily in a solitary place. No one could understand what their consultation was about. Acharya Gosai Prabhu ke kohe tare tore Acharya Tarja Pode Keho Bhujite Napade. Then Srila Advaita Acharya said something to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through gestures and read some poetic passages which no one understood. Tarmuke Deki Hase Shachir Nandan Nangika Jani Acharya Kode Nartan. Seeing the face of Advaita Acharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled. Understanding that the Lord had accepted the proposal, Advaita Acharya started to dance. Kiba Partana, Kiba Gya, Kehona Bujile, Alingana Kodi Prabhu, Tadevi Daidilo. No one knew what Advaita Acharya requested or what the Lord ordered. After embracing the Acharya, Mahaprabhu bade him farewell. Nityanande kohe Prabhu shunoho Shripad, Eyami magitumi koroho prasad. Mahaprabhu then told Nityananda Prabhu, "Please hear me, O holy man. I now request something of you. Kindly grant my request." Prativarsha nila chole tumina asiba, Gode rahi mor icha safal koriba. Do not come to Jagannath Puri every year, but stay in Bengal and fulfill my desire. So Mahaprabhu, he previously already made this request to Nityananda, but Nityananda could not follow the request. And so again, Mahaprabhu is requesting him. And there are different reasons for that. One reason is that he wanted him to focus on the preaching in Bengal, because Bengal is known as being a difficult place to preach. There's a lot of Tantra, Kali worship that goes on there. So it is a difficult environment. Mahaprabhu didn't feel he could preach in Bengal. He preached very openly in South India, but in the Navadvip, Nadia area, he felt it was very unfavorable. But he felt Nityananda Prabhu, he could do it. He could crack Bengal in a way that nobody else could. So that is one reason. And another deeper reason is that, as Mahaprabhu's pastimes continue, then he's moving more towards the mood of Srimati Radharani, especially in those last 12 years. But of course, that wouldn't have been like a day-to-day shift. It wouldn't have been like one day to the next type of shift. It would have been gradually going in that direction. So as Mahaprabhu is moving more towards that mood of Madhura Ras, Radharani in separation from Krishna, then, that mood is incompatible with the relationship with Nityananda Prabhu. Because Nityananda Prabhu, he is in Vatsalya stroke Sakya Ras. You remember, Kat, the different rasas? You can recognize the Sanskrit words? Yeah? So Vatsalya means like the mood of a guardian, a superior. Usually it's translated as parental. Literally, Vatsalya just means affection, refers to affection. But it indicates such intense affection that you have to care for that person. They're dependent on you. They can't manage without you. In the way that a parent takes care of their children. That makes sense to you? And Sakya means friendship. So Nityananda Prabhu, his relationship is there's a mixture of both Sakya Ras, the mood of friendship, and also Vatsalya. He's an elder brother. Nityananda Balaram is elder to Krishna Mahaprabhu. So that relationship is incompatible with the conjugal relationship of Madhura Ras. So for that reason, we never will worship Nityananda on the same altar with Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu. Our main deity, worshipable deity, is Radha, that was established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu together on one altar. And that is very compatible, as Radha Krishna and their relationship of Madhura Ras, and then Mahaprabhu, who is the combined form of Radha Krishna. So that is a fully Madhura Ras conception there. So, but Nityananda, he would never be worshipped there on that altar. That would be incompatible. That would be called Rasa Bas. However, we would worship Nityananda and Mahaprabhu together on an altar. Also Mahaprabhu by himself. This is called the science of rasa. And these things may seem very abstract to ourselves, but for those who have real feeling for it, it would cause pain, to mix these things. And it would be, for Mahaprabhu, it would disturb his mood, that mood that he's entering into. It mentions, I think a couple of days ago we came across that. Maybe it's during the Ratha Yatra description. There's an occasion where it mentions Mahaprabhu enters deeply in the mood of Radharani. And so Nityananda Prabhu, it mentions that he stood at a great distance away from that. It is also the custom, and Gurudev described this, that an elder brother will not look at the face of the wife of his younger brother. They'll know. Gurudev said when he was growing up, that culture was still strong. They wouldn't, and they would, they'd often, I think usually they would all live together, right? Like Indian family style, like all the extended family, or they all live together. The wife goes to live in the husband's home, family home, right? So Gurudev had mentioned how his uncle never saw the face of his mother. And his uncle had these shoes. She would keep her face, she would cover her face if she was going to be in the same room. And that his uncle had those like wooden shoes that you see nowadays they don't wear them so much, but those, I'm sure you've seen them in some place or another, those like wooden sandals that look very awkward to walk in. I don't know how anyone could walk in them. So they make like this slapping sound. So she would hear when he was coming, and then she would cover her face. So, in that type of mood, Nityananda is the elder brother. He would not, look at Radharani.
In Japan, that's still where the streets
So, so all of these fine points are there. So that is a deeper reason why Mahaprabhu is requesting Nityananda, please you stay in Bengal.
Did Gurudev explain that? Or should come around?
I've heard Gurudev give that explanation. Maybe Srila Sridhar Maharaj, I can't remember, but definitely Gurudev has given that explanation. Okay. Mahaprabhu continued, "You can perform a task that even I cannot do. But for you, I cannot find anyone in Gaur Desh who can fulfill my mission there." Nityananda ko he ami deho tumi pran, deho prana bina nahe to praman. Nityananda Prabhu replied, "O Lord, you are the life, and I am the body. There is no difference between the body and life itself. But life is more important than the body. So whatever you instruct me to do, I have to do." Achincha shakte koro tumi tahar gatan, je koro se kori nahi ko niyam. By your inconceivable energy, you can do whatever you like. And whatever you make me do, I do without restriction. So like we're singing every evening, how does it go? In Shri Guru Charana Padma, Tomar, Shri Guru Charana Padma, Evala Bhakti Sadma, Pandomui Savadana Mate, Jahada Prasade Bhai, Ebhava Toriya Jai. Krishna Prapti Hoi Jaha Hoi Te, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chite Te Koriya Aikya, Adana Kori Ho Mane Asha. So Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chite Te Koriya Aikya. That what comes from the mouth of Guru, make that one with your heart, make that one with your consciousness. It's not, and it's a very, very valuable point for us. It's not just that, this instruction is coming, and okay, I will follow this, I will do this, but make that one with your existence, not like some extraneous thing that you're observing, but something that is fully one with your heart, with your consciousness, with your existence. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. What comes from the lotus mouth, what words come from the lotus mouth of Guru. Chite te koriya aikya. Make that one with your heart, one with your consciousness. Adona koriho mane asha. And don't desire anything else. Nothing else. Make yourself one with that will of Guru. This is also, and dispense with anything else. This is also the explanation for die to live. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he takes this from a comment of an expression of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. How does it go? Bhakti Vinod Aj Apane Bulila. I can't remember the line before that. Tomar Ichai more, Tomar Ichai more Ichaila. Bhakti Vinod Aj Apane Bulila. That today, my Lord, your desires, now your desires have become one with my desires. Your desire, Tomar Ichai, has merged with my desire. I have no separate desire. And Bhakti Vinod Aj Apane Balila. Today, Bhakti Vinod has forgotten himself. So, in one's love for fulfilling the will of the Lord, one's false conception of self, one's selfish desires and so on, so forth, they will all be forgotten. One's previous concocted self, it will be forgotten. It will burn in the fire of self-giving, self-sacrifice. This is die to live. And it is not an impersonal conception, because it can be misunderstood. It does not mean that we lose. It is a living merging, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained it in one place. It is not that it is complete dissolution, not that we lose our individual identity. We will rather find our real identity in that. So this is, if we're going to talk about what Sharanagati is, that was the topic the other day with the Zoom. What is Sharanagati? This is Sharanagati. That in the course of our trying to wholeheartedly fulfill the will of Guru and Gauranga, we will leave aside, we will sacrifice whatever we previously identified with. What we previously desired, what we previously were chasing after or identifying with, all of that, we will let it aside, we will let it go. And in that, we will discover the true self. The bright self will emerge in the ashes of the old self. So this is really what Sharanagati is. At the expense of who we thought we wanted to be and what we thought we wanted, we will give our energy for the service of the Lord. I want this and I want that, and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I'm putting that all in the fire, and I'm trying to fulfill your will, Lord. This is Sharanagati. This is surrender. And that is what will bring about the deepest type of purification. This is bhajana kriya anartana vritti. This is the process of development. If we want to know how do you make progress, this is how you make progress. In the intensity, according to the intensity of the degree of self-giving to fulfill the will of the higher, to that degree, purification will be affected. All of the anarthas will be ousted. This is the process. So if we have that opportunity, and this is a point that I like to emphasize sometimes, that half the work is done because we already found Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. Half the work is to find the authentic Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, the bona fide Guru who can give bona fide connection. So how many people are looking for that or aren't even aware that they need to look for it? First of all, most people, they're not aware that that's what they need. And then amongst those who are aware that they need it, they're looking and they're not finding it, Like how many people go and take shelter of one of these bogus gurus and become exploited? You hear about it all the time. People are looking. There are people like that. Of course, it's a small percentage in relation to the whole population of the world, but still, there's a good number of people who are seeking. So the fact we've already found the bona fide thing, we shouldn't take it for granted. Like half the work is done, We already found that. Then the rest just has to come from our side. How much we can give ourselves to that. The ball's in our court. That is extremely fortunate. Ch.Ch. Aikya. Now, but that is also difficult. Okay, we'll read a little bit more. Tade vidai dilo Prabhu Prabhu Kodialingan Ne Mata vidai dilo Sab Bhaktagan. In this way Mahaprabhu embraced Nityananda Prabhu and bade him farewell. He then bade farewell to all the other devotees. Kulingrami Purvavat Koilo Nivedan Prabhu Agya Koro Amar Kartavya Sadan. As in the previous year, one of the inhabitants of Kulina Gram submitted a petition to the Lord, saying, "My Lord, kindly tell me what my duty is and how I should execute it." Prabhu kohe Vaishnav seva nam sankirtan dui kodo shigra bhabe Shri Krishna charan. The Lord replied, "You should engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna, Vaishnav seva, and always chant the holy name of Krishna. If you do these two things, you will very soon attain shelter at Krishna's lotus feet." Teho kohe ke Vaishnav kitar lakan, tobe hasi kohe Prabhu janitar man. The inhabitant of Kulina Gram said, "Please let me know who is actually a Vaishnav and what his symptoms are." Understanding his mind, Mahaprabhu smiled and gave the following reply. So we were discussing this a couple of days ago. That question was asked, right? And now this is another year, and they're asking the same question. Do you remember what Mahaprabhu answered that last time? Tell me, who is a Vaishnava? How can I recognize a Vaishnava?
Did you say last time that anybody who chanted the holy names?
Yes. Anyone who has once chanted the holy name of Krishna. So let's see what Mahaprabhu says this time. Krishna nam nirantar jahar vadhane se Vaishnav sheshta bhaja tahar charane. A person who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord is to be considered a first-class Vaishnava, and your duty is to serve his lotus feet. So as we discussed last time, Mahaprabhu is giving the idea of gradation here. He's giving different levels of answers. First answer, someone who's once chanted, they are a very great Vaishnava. And then someone who's always chanting, they are a very great Vaishnava. And then the next year, they ask Mahaprabhu again, and he gives another answer. And so we can understand these descriptions as referring to Kanishta, Madhyam, and Uttamadhikar Vaishnava. First class, middle class, and top class Vaishnava. Vaishantare punatar tada iche prashna koilo Vaishnavera tada tamya prabhu shikailo. The following year, the inhabitants of Kulinagram again asked the Lord the same question. Hearing this question, Mahaprabhu again taught them about the different types of Vaishnavas. Jahar darshane muke aise Krishna nam tahare jani ho tumi Vaishnav pradhan. Mahaprabhu said, a first-class Vaishnav is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy name of Krishna. So who's so powerful, they can inspire the name in the hearts of others. And Gurudev, he joked about this, and he said how Swami Maharaj, he's made everybody an Uttamadhikar Vaishnava, because he was talking about in India how now when the locals, they see Westerners come with tilak and dhoti or sari, then they all say, Hare Krishna, everybody says, Hare Krishna. So Gurudev said, now Swami Maharaj, he's made this revolution, and now he's made everybody Uttam Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. Just when they see you, they're chanting Hare Krishna. Gram kori kohe Prabhu Vaishnav lakan Vaishnav tar ar Vaishnavatam. In this way, Mahaprabhu taught the distinctions between three different types of Vaishnavas. The Vaishnav tar, and Vaishnav tama. So Vaishnav tar, higher, Vaishnav, a higher Vaishnava and a top Vaishnava, Vaishnava Tam. He thus successively explained all the symptoms of a Vaishnava to the inhabitants of Kulinagram. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop for today. Went by very quickly, but it's almost an hour. Jai. Ch.Ch. Jai. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami. Any comments or questions or anything? We stop there.
So this is sort of like a transition period between events, where we're talking about, like, you said a year had gone by since a few days ago, so this is like a while after the Rath Yatra.
Well, it was described here. Mahaprabhu asked for permission to go to Vrindavan, and the devotees delayed him. Oh, you wait for. This might be more than a year from the last description of Rath Yatra. It could be 2 years or something. But they delayed him a year. He was wanting to go to Vrindavan. They said, "Oh, wait for the Rath Yatra." So maybe this is 2 years later. Wait for the Rath Yatra, and then wait for Kartik. Rath Yatra is July, and then Kartik is October, November. And then they said, wait for Dol Yatra, which is in February, March. And now Rath Yatra is coming around again, and all the Bengali Vaishnavas are coming. So this must be like 2 years later. Yeah, and then finally Mahaprabhu, he makes his start, but he's not successful. He has to come back, and then he goes again later. So, you want to sing, Kat? You don't have to, if you'd like to. No? Okay, Griffin, do you want to sing? Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Hari Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana.
Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana.
Shri Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Shama Radha Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Ki Jai. Vishwavyapi Shama Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samgata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Prema
Hari Hari Bol.